Sport, alongside my partner Ryan. Extremely tight butthole right now.
Tight butthole, sir.
I have that shirt. It's in the dryer right now. Forgot to.
We're gonna duel him.
We're gonna duel it, but I'm just washing it. It's all right. I'm your host J-Man. This edition of we're gonna do a 2011 TNA Final Resolution preview coming this Sunday on pay-per-view. We're gonna run down the card for you. First matchup, we have the Knockouts title line win champion Gail Kim goes up against Mickie James. Gail Kim just getting the championship at the last pay-per-view from Velvet Sky and all the flip-flopping it's doing here. Getting also the tag titles with Madison Rayne and really, as we said before, doing that big FU to WWE with Gail Kim and saying how you guys didn't use her and you know what, we're going to give her everything we got, which is great because I think she's awesome. But I'm going to go with Gail Kim getting the win in this matchup and retaining the title. Doesn't really make any sense to drop it off her, as I said, just getting the championship there. But this could be some pretty good stuff. These two veteran, with Mickie and Gail, could be some good stuff here. But I'm going to go with Gail retaining the Knockouts title.
Yeah, I got to go with Gail retaining here too. Really, hopefully they continue and let them feud a little bit. Like I said, these are two veterans of the business here. Women, they're not just going to get in there and flip-flop around. They're go in there and tell a story somewhat. So, I mean, I'm really interested to see, where they take this. Like I said, I think Gail's going to win. Hopefully they continue to do good stuff with the knockouts. Hopefully they continue to have knockout bikini car washes. Throw Gail in there, like Karen get naked.
You missed that last time. Yeah.
I like boobies. Who doesn't?
It's glitter titties, dude.
Glitter titties, bro.
You guys probably have no idea where these come from. It's from a show called Workaholics.
Workaholics. Watch it.
It's
now.
Literally the funniest show on television.
Funny show, though. Fact.
Physact right there. Moving on to the second match here, we have the television title on the line. One champion, Robbie E, goes up against Eric Young. Robbie E just getting the championship from former champion Eric Young. Really, there's just no use for this championship. It has no credibility. It has nothing behind it. Really, nothing eventful has happened with it in a long time, since AJ Styles' work, but that's just personal preferences from me. But I'm going to go with Robbie E retaining the championship here. But like I said, there's just no reasoning for any of this right now. Throwing the Jersey Shore guy, and we could go on a whole freaking tangent about just the crap that is just unneeded of all this stuff. But I'm going to go with Robbie E retaining the television championship.
Yeah, I go with Robbie E retaining here as well. They're trying to do this thing where they draw in fans because of Jersey Shore. I don't really know too many people who watch Jersey Shore who also watch wrestling who are going to be connected in any way whatsoever. I know people who watch Jersey Shore, and people who watch wrestling, watch wrestling. I'm not going to see Robbie E and be like, I want to click over and watch Jersey Shore. I'd rather punch myself in the face numerous times than watch that show. Yeah. I mean, a lot of those guys on there have mild retardation. I mean,
mild to severe.
Mild to severe retardation. A lot of hair gel. Like I said, lots of retardation.
Yes.
So I mean, the combination of the two is absolutely terrible.
Whatever genius thought of that is just
it's bad.
Flat on moron.
So, but I gotta go Robbie E here. Shouldn't be on the show whatsoever.
No. Moving on now to the TNA tag titles between champion Matt Morgan and Crimson versus D'Angelo De Niro and Devon. Matt Morgan and Crimson getting their shot at the title against Maxine America on the Impact after the last pay-per-view. Sting saying, there's no tag division, nothing going on here, no momentum between anybody with guys like Machine Guns injured and out of there, 3D and Beer Money breaking up, so there's nothing really going on with tag division, which is, really the truth. And throwing in there D'Angelo De Niro and Devon getting their shot on last week's Impact. Nothing really going here. I'm going to go with Matt Morgan and Crimson retaining the titles. With Robbie E and Gail Kim just winning their championships, it really makes no sense to just flip-flop these all over the place. Need to have some sort of stability here. And maybe run behind Matt Morgan and Crimson, but really nothing special out of this. The only thing I get out of it is D'Angelo De Niro is, just should not be in any of this. He needs to be a lot better places in TNA, but he's been shoved down a lot like other great talents at TNA have been shoved down lately. But I'm going to go with Matt Morgan and Crimson retaining the TNA tag titles. You
got to go with Crimson and Matt Morgan also winning here. Taking two guys that they want to build up and do something with somehow, but can't seem to get it, get them to that spot because nobody absolutely cares at all. And throw them together and have them win the tag titles just randomly makes absolutely no sense when they just fake feather fight on the last pay-per-view. Let's just put them together and just have them win titles because they didn't earn a title shot or anything. Just go on there and do that and then have them get in the ring. I mean, at least Pope is on the pay-per-view. I'm excited about that. It's been a while since that's happened. Like he said exactly, he should definitely be in a better spot. Here's an idea. Why don't you get rid of Eric Young and Robbie E and let Pope have some credibility to that TV title and maybe defend it properly.
Exactly. A lot of
that
sense.
would work, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Moving on now to the X Division Championship, we have champion A-Double Austin Aries going up against Kid Cash. I just have absolutely no reasoning why Kid Cash continues to be on TNA pay-per-views, let alone being on this damn roster. It's just ridiculous. I mean, with what they could be throwing in there, the young kind of guys they have in the X Division, like a Sorensen or a Zema Ion or the Kendricks and all this kind of stuff that could have those really flashy, kind of matches with a guy like Austin Aries who could have any sort of matches, just a hybrid styles of everything, because he's, as we've said, Austin Aries is just amazing. But really, the only credible champion right now with the X Division Championship is Austin Aries. With all the craziness going on with all the other titles, he's been the standard that's really been. That's why he said it's the A-Double division, which is the truth. But I'm going to go with Austin Aries retaining the X Division Championship and hopefully moving on to a better opponent or a more makes sense opponent instead of these heel dynamic here, because it just doesn't make any sense. But I got A-Double retaining the
Yeah, Austin Aries is the 100% the complete X Division. There's nobody else right now doing anything in that division. I mean, they're trying to do stuff with other people, but it just doesn't seem to work. I
wonder why it wouldn't work with Jesse Sorensen playing that great gimmick he plays, man.
Yeah, that just cheesy ass, just football player, high school football player.
Varsity quarterback. Sign the football and give it to you.
Come on, nobody really knows who you are.
Terrible.
But yeah, A-Double division here, man. This guy's running it. They really need to find somebody for him to face. I mean, throwing it out there, I know there's a lot of talk, but I mean, not saying it could happen, but there's a lot of talk of possibly bringing Morrison and Molina in together and having them go at it. So I mean,
that'd be interesting. Yeah.
I don't know if that'll ever happen, but there's talk of it, and I would love to see that.
That'd be great, yeah.
But A-Double for the win.
Yes. Moving on now to the steel cage match between Jeff Jarrett and Jeff Hardy. Hold on for all these stipulations and get all the craziness out of here. If Jeff Hardy wins this matchup, he gets a title shot. If Jeff Jarrett wins this matchup, Jeff Hardy is gone from TNA, and Karen Jarrett will be handcuffed to Sting at ringside. Holy crazy book fest, as we've seen with TNA in the past. As for a winner, I'm going to go with Jeff Hardy. Obviously, once he had that whole craziness go on with him just being a complete idiot and taking that break and coming back in, we knew once he came back in, he would be shot to the moon yet again, because that's what they do with Jeff Hardy. They take that WWE talent that was, pushed to the moon there, and they want to do the same exact thing in TNA. I'm going to go with Jeff Hardy winning this matchup and moving on to a title shot, which I don't really want to see, but I got to go with Jeff Hardy in this match. Yeah,
Jeff Hardy's got to win here. I don't see no reason for any other reason for this match is just to get Jeff Hardy over here, for Jarrett to maybe leave for a while, do his thing. This really does have a feel of an old school NWA match. Some matches from years past where they used to do stuff like cage matches or matches where they used to handcuff people to valets and stuff like that so they wouldn't interfere.
Yeah.
Like I said, we talked about this before. The match with Triple H and Owen Hart, where China was handcuffed to Sergeant Slaughter a number of years ago. So I mean, it's interesting to see where they go with this. Honestly, I mean, there's just, if Jeff Jarrett wins here, I mean, I don't really know what to say about that. That's just completely ridiculous. But this would be the one time I really think Jeff Hardy has to win.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna go with Jeff Hardy winning here.
Crazy Power Rangers mask and all. God, I hope he brings that out, because that was great, wasn't it?
Just that mask.
Just that mask, man.
Just tight butthole.
Right there. Moving on now to the match between Kurt Angle and James Storm. Really looking forward to this one after the whole craziness ensued where James Storm took the championship from Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle coming back in and going after James Storm now having this feud here. Should be some good stuff. James Storm finally getting the recognition for being just an overall great talent. As I've said before, with him being in AMW, now Beer Money, he's just one of the greatest, tag guys in history, with being in two of the best tag teams of all time. But finally getting his shot at, having this singles run, going there with a Kurt Angle, as we've seen Kurt Angle possibly going to be going away, possibly doing something with the Olympics or whatever he's going to end up doing, because he's a goddamn machine. But I'm going to go with James Storm winning this matchup. I think he needs to win this matchup to get on that run, hopefully to lead towards that Bobby Roode feud for the World Championship in the long run, because those guys can just, it's going to be great with the chemistry they could have. It should be some great stuff. But I'm going to go for this match, James Storm. It should be a great match.
Yeah, Storm definitely needs to go over in this, because honestly, if Angle's doing the Olympic stuff and he's not going to be around, there's no reason for him to win here and just take heat and leave.
Yeah.
I mean, they want to get Storm over credibly, and have him win. I don't know if this is clean or anything. I don't know how that goes down, but, I would want to see Storm right here go over against this and then go on to the next pay-per-view, go on to Genesis and feud with Rude, because if Rude can get a win here and Storm can get a win here, really get those guys on the same level, going at it. You could looking at a really good feud going into 2012.
Exactly.
Not to mention James Storm's just sweet ass new snow boots.
Yeah, dude.
Just the Alaskan Cowboy, just James Snowstorm.
There it is.
Just bam.
Just great song too. Like the new song.
Just use that on Twitter. Hashtag.
Another tight butthole.
Tight butthole.
Here we are. Moving on to the main event. We have the 30-minute Iron Man match for the TNA World Title between champion Bobby Roode and the phenomenal AJ Styles. As you people would know, I'm really looking forward to this one. This should be some great stuff. Putting these amazing talent in there for 30 minutes and having this matchup, I don't know how TNA could screw up the booking on this, because you're throwing them out there and just letting them perform for this amount of time. It's going to be some good stuff. Bobby Roode, loving his heel run, so great, coming out in the suits, the whole sophisticated heel kind of thing, the selfish kind of thing that he's doing. Just one of the best characters in TNA, one of the best wrestlers in the world. AJ Styles, obviously, you don't need to hear me say anything more about AJ Styles. I think he's the best wrestler in the world. Not best in the world, that goes to CM Punk, obviously. But I'm going to go with Bobby Roode winning this retaining the championship here, and hopefully moving on, as we said, to the James Storm feud. But this should be a great, great matchup.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. With what we got last, the last pay-per-view, this really needs to show up. I really feel like it will. And I think they're going to still run with the heel aspect of Roode here. I think he's going to look good at the same time, in the aspect of I think it's going to go to a tie, and they're going to try to run it to where they're going to want to do an overtime. AJ's going to want to do an overtime, and Roode's going to book it and say, I retained, blah, blah, blah.
Could see that.
Keep him credible, but at the same time, got the win, but kind of bitched out, But I think it makes sense. I think that's how they should run it. But I'm just hoping for the match being absolutely great. I know these guys can do it. So, got to go with Roode retaining here.
Okay, that will now wrap up our 2011 TNA Final Resolution preview. Be sure to check out our instant review after the pay-per-view Sunday. For my partner Ryan, I'm your host J-Man. Thank you for watching another edition of the Instant Wrestling Report. Just before we get out of here, quick word to all the craziness going on with baseball, obviously being from St. Louis. I'd like to say thank you to Dog Pools for all you've done the past 10 years, bringing those championships, all the great stats, all the stuff you've done for the community and all this kind of stuff. Moving on to Anaheim now. Like to, take all that and you could shove it right up your fucking ass.
Motherfucker!
Just right up your ass.
Yep.
And fuck off.
This is a battleground!
Bastard.